Have you ever like looked up at the night sky and seen the moon just bathed in this crazy red light?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's wild.
It's a blood moon, right?
That's right.
A total lunar eclipse.
A total lunar eclipse. Yeah.
And we are diving deep today into what makes these things tick.
Ooh, I love it.
We've got the science, the myths, and even what these blood moons might symbolize.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So for our deep dive today, we've got some really great sources.
Oh, good.
We've got a scientific paper all about something called Rayleigh scattering.
Okay.
We've got a collection of myths about lunar eclipses from all different cultures.
I love that.
And then some articles on how blood moons are viewed in like astrology and spirituality today.
Awesome.
So you ready to unpack all this with me?
Yeah, let's shed some light on this whole thing.
Okay, love it. All right, so first off, let's just make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
A lunar eclipse happens when the Earth passes directly between the sun and the moon.
Right.
Right. It blocks the sunlight from reaching the surface of the moon.
Blocking it out.
But here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
A total lunar eclipse doesn't turn the moon completely black.
Right.
Instead, we get this really amazing reddish hue.
Yeah, it's not just the absence of light.
Yeah.
It's this this red color.
So how does that happen?
So that's where the Rayleigh scattering comes in.
Okay.
So picture the sunlight. It hits the Earth's atmosphere, and then it gets scattered in every direction, right?
Okay.
And the shorter wavelengths of light, like the blues and greens, those scatter more easily.
Got it.
And that's actually why we see a blue sky during the day.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's all that blue light just bouncing all over the place.
Oh, wow. So what about the red light?
Okay, so the longer wavelengths of light, like reds and oranges, they're less likely to scatter.
Okay.
So they kind of pass straight through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And they get bent or refracted towards the moon.
Okay.
So think of it like a sunset. Okay. The sun's low on the horizon, so the light has to travel through way more of the atmosphere.
Right.
And that's why sunsets are often like reddish orange.
So it's like the Earth is creating this giant sunset and projecting it onto the moon.
Exactly.
Wow.
That reddish light bathes the moon during the total lunar eclipse, gives it that blood moon look.
So cool.
Oh, no.
But how often do these things happen?
Yeah.
I feel like we don't see them all the time.
Yeah, you're right. They don't happen all the time. Total lunar eclipses occur roughly every couple of years.
Okay.
But, whether you can see it depends on where you are on Earth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This recent blood moon was visible across North and South America, right?
Yes, it was a good one.
I bet there's some amazing photos from that.
Oh, for sure.
I can only imagine how ancient civilizations must have reacted to these things.
Oh my gosh.
No internet to explain what was going on.
Yeah, just like...
Total mystery.
Oh, yeah, total mystery.
Yeah.
For cultures without a scientific understanding, a blood moon must have been such an incredible sight.
Right?
Like awe-inspiring, maybe even terrifying.
Yeah.
It makes sense that so many myths and legends sprung up around them.
Totally. So what kind of stories did different cultures come up with?
Well, there's actually a lot of commonalities in how different cultures viewed blood moons.
Okay.
For example, the Mayans believed that a jaguar was devouring the moon.
Wow.
While in Chinese mythology, it was a celestial dragon attempting to swallow it.
A dragon.
Uh-huh. And Norse mythology tells a story of a wolf chasing the sun and the moon, and when the wolf caught the moon, that was an eclipse.
Oh, wow. So a jaguar, a dragon, a wolf.
Yeah.
It seems like the theme of something like eating the moon appears in a lot of different cultures.
It does. It's fascinating to see how different cultures are often separated by huge distances,
Yeah.
They use similar imagery to explain this thing.
Right.
It makes you wonder if these stories reflect some kind of shared human anxiety about the unknown.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or even a deeper understanding of the cyclical nature of life and death.
Yeah, like the moon disappears and then it comes back.
Exactly.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
So while science has given us a really clear understanding of how blood moons work, I'm curious, do any of those ancient beliefs still have any sway today?
It's interesting. While most people understand the science now, some modern spiritual beliefs and practices are still connected to blood moons.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've heard people talk about feeling like eclipses can have an energetic effect on them?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's a key aspect of how blood moons are viewed in astrology.
Right.
They're often seen as times of like heightened emotions and change and transformation. Some astrologers believe that blood moons signify a time for releasing old patterns and embracing new beginnings.
Oh, interesting.
Which, resonates with how some other spiritual traditions view lunar eclipses.
Okay.
Like as a time for introspection and personal growth.
So it's not just about the visual spectacle.
Yeah.
It's about potential for like internal shifts and change.
It's exactly.
Yeah, well, let's bring this back down to earth for a minute. What was the reaction like to this most recent blood moon?
Well, social media was just buzzing with people sharing their experiences and photos.
I bet.
It's amazing how such a rare and beautiful event can captivate people worldwide.
Yeah,
There's something about it that connects us to something bigger than ourselves.
totally. I agree.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It reminds us of the beauty and the mystery of the universe.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot today.
We have.
The science, the ancient myths,
Yeah.
the symbolism, and the modern day reactions.
It's really quite fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating how this single celestial event can have such a huge impact
I know.
across different cultures and throughout history.
It highlights our connection with the cosmos.
Yeah.
Even if we don't always think about it.
That's so true. It makes me wonder, could these eclipses actually influence human behavior in ways that we don't even fully understand yet?
That's something to think about.
It is something to think about. Okay, well, on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive. But thanks so much for listening, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye!